All right, folks, welcome to another episode of the Clueless Toberfest, I think I've named it. Purposely shit title. And we're only about 5, 6 videos in before I've even given it a name. But yeah, finally started uploading these every other day, and any other beer reviews will be done in between. Although, in the last one that I did, I said, oh, I've come to the end and I've only got my Schneiderweisse. Found this one in my beer fridge that I completely forgot about. And I thought, you know what, we'll get it reviewed, because it's been a bit of a, not a shit day at work, but just a day at work. And I proper felt like cracking open a beer. So we've at least got 2 more videos in this series. And then hopefully by the time well, some of these are uploaded, I'll have more fest-ish beers. But anyway, the first step is done, and I look like a Danish fisherman today. Anyway, nobody was even thinking that I'm just being a pretentious prick by saying, oh, I look like blah, 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 when I really don't. But, you know, now you see it. Anyway, so we're having a look at the Märzen Festbier from Hohenthanner Schlossbrauerei. Very traditional looking label, as per usual. ABV on this one is 5.6% ABV. Obviously, there's some information on the label. I'm not going to deface the German language by attempting to read that, but yeah, excuse me, really nicely presented. I love the shape of these German beer bottles, and there's a really nice crown. Again, I think this is a brewery that I have had beers from, but I can't really remember. I think I've said that a couple of times now, and I've looked through my reviews and I've not had a review uploaded, so I may have drank some. But it is what it is, and what it is what it is. So let's see what we get with this one. If you've been enjoying these reviews from the Kalea box, which was available in Lidl, definitely go check it out, see if it's still available. It seems some are restocking at the moment, so you've probably got a little bit of a good chance. To pick a box up, because I've said this multiple times as well, very much worth it. And there's Baker's Mill onion crackers, don't know why they're out. Anyway, beer in the glass then, and yeah, just what you want when it says Märzen on the label. Nice, like dark, burnt, orangey auburn, is that the right name? Colour? Peter can't speak today. I always do that because my job means I'm on the phone talking to customers. As eloquent, I mean, a lot of the niceties and my tone is, it's all an act because I'm just a miserable fucker. But as soon as I like leave, come back home, I just can't formulate proper sentences. So I'll have to be stuck in this act of being a friendly, approachable person, which I don't want to do because it's very, very tiresome, and I just fundamentally don't like people. So that's why I'm uploading videos on YouTube, I suppose. Anyway, but yeah, looking exactly what you want from a Märzen. Head died down really quickly, but it's settled on about a 1 finger's worth of an ever so slightly off-white head. In fact, is that an off-white head? No, I think it's a white head, but slightly off-white. So, let's see what we get on the nose. And it's got that slight oaty vanilla cookie biscuit sweetness coming through. Nice little bit of grain, herbal character. Very subtle peppery note on the nose. Perfect mix of sweet and earthy, both subtle, well-rounded, beautiful balance on the nose. Very, very inviting, as most of these styles are. So without any further ado, let's give it a taste. Prost. Unlike as the beer's going into your mouth, you're not really getting much flavour, but towards the back end is where all of that flavour's coming through. Really nice and bready. That slight spiciness is coming through. Definitely has an earthy kick and finish. That sweetness you get on the nose, it's not as pronounced on the taste, although it wasn't really like pronounced anyway. But this is more like savoury, bready, grainy, earthy, I would say. You're probably bored to tears of this week of reviews so far, because to be honest, with lagers in general, there's not really too much you can say that everybody else already knows what to expect with a lager. So, you know, in terms of video content, the diversity of taste notes, I mean, I'm terrible when it comes to like really hoppy, vastly different pale ales and IPAs. So when it's a, you know, quite central focused style like a lager, albeit in its various forms, from one to another, it's usually the quality that's the difference in the taste. But this, it's almost like quite, it feels big. Do you know what I mean? There's maybe a little bit of sweetness on the intake, but it's just a well-brewed, satisfying Märzen. Is it the most flavoursome example? Probably not. Is it a nice beer? Yes. Does it have enough to differentiate it from like a Hellas at the same ABV? Yes. And again, it's one of those ones where this is chilled down, so of course, perfect. But with the flavours you get in there, and it is getting a little bit cooler and the nights are drawing in, even if you were to like open this without it being chilled down, you're still going to get a really nice drinking experience, because it has those autumnal sort of flavours. It sounds so ridiculous saying stuff like this, but it's got a cosy feel to it. And I think I used to use the analogy of like being sat in a cabin with a wood fire, which is something I have never done in my life. But that's what I'd imagine this would be perfect with. Some nice bratwursts, pretzels, a nice nutty cheese, cured meats. It's going to work brilliantly with them sorts of foods, or that sort of food. Yeah, very, very good indeed. And the flavour seems to be developing as I'm drinking it. So it builds the more you drink it. But I think I've noticed this on a few of these beers from this box, that it's got that like bold, sort of softer mouthfeel. Obviously the carbonation's there. It's not abrasive by any stretch, but it's there. But you sort of like, well, I suppose this sort of style's obviously by design is a bit more hearty than your regular Pilsner, Helles, what have you. But I'm getting this like land beer, Zwickel, Keller beer sort of feel to a lot of these beers from this box so far. And as I've said, all bar one up to this point have just been fantastic, and it's been a great little refresher for me to go back to German lagers. You know, I think I made this point so I make the same point in pretty much every video about certain subjects, but you know, just coming in after a day of work, cracking open a bottle of this, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like, you know, having a nice bottle of Coors or Budweiser or whatever's in the fridge from the weekend. But to have something like this, it's a little bit of a treat, you know, as you're prepping to cook your dinner, although there's something sticky on this sink. Get your mind out the gutter, because I'd have to stand up a little bit anyway. Yeah, I think there's like coffee syrup or something spilt there. Anyway, so I'm not going to put my hand on there going forward. And I've completely forgotten what point I was awkwardly trying to make. Something about, like, I seem to say the same things. But yeah, it's, and then true to form, just comes back to him. I probably don't have much time left on this planet, let's be honest. So, yeah, it's just nice to be drinking stuff like this after a day of work, just something a little bit different than a bog standard lager, and it makes me really want to pick up more German beers, not just like the usual Augustiner Helles or Paulaner Munich Hell. I've not had, you know, a smoked lager for a while, and I know Schlenkerla have released a couple of newer beers. I'm not sure if they're available in the UK or if it's just one of those things where like America will get the distribution, because I've not seen them crop up on any beer websites. I could have overlooked it, but it is payday soon, so I will probably be doing a little bit of a German beer haul, obviously because I want to get some of the, you know, Festbiers, because I saw that there's the Giesinger Festbier that's come out as well. That's available. So I just want to, you know, just get back to what really made me truly fall in love with beer, and that's good quality German stuff. Even though I was like doing the craft beer reviews and things like that and enjoying it long before I start the reviews, but there's just, obviously I've got a bit more of like an emotional attachment to stuff like this, which is ridiculous because it's just a mass-produced alcoholic beverage. But, you know, my brother's going for a stag do to Berlin this weekend, which has got me fuming because there's so many. I've put my hand in the syrup again. Who am I? Winnie the Pooh? That's honey, you dickhead. God, I can't even get stuck in a honey trap. I always has to make a joke about his lack of... Anyway, I digress. But yeah, I miss Germany a hell of a lot. And one of the highlights for me so far, this series, was trying the Bischofshof beer. And it's amazing, isn't it? I think I've made this point a few times in prior reviews, where as sometimes as sad and pathetic as it can be, that was a fake laugh, don't know why I did that, it's that attachment, and it takes you back to being sat in a beer garden, takes you back to being, for me personally, spending my days getting my bike and just cycling around to like the outskirts of the city to try like a beer supermarket or Getreidemarkt, just to see, oh, I've not had that before. It's just a shame I didn't use that time to actually find work when I was in Germany, and I think my life would have turned out a whole lot different. But, you know, we're not going to talk about that, Peter. Just let it go. I'm really good at being self-deprecating, and I love it. Watch where you put your hand. But yeah, this is really nice, and I'm enjoying drinking these beers. The only one I've got left is that Schneiderweiser one, which I've not put in the fridge yet. But hopefully this series will go on for a little bit longer, because like I said, there's the UK stuff that's being released, and yeah. Here's what it is. Maybe I started this series a bit too early. I don't know. But I'm getting content out there, and you should be thankful. And the more I talk, the more I drink, and the stupider the thumbnail will look when there's just like a thimble of beer. Yeah, the more I'm drinking it, the more I'm really, really enjoying that. Again, I've had much more like flavoursome and, you know, and flavoursome Märzens and Märzens that got a little bit more character and personality. But it doesn't always have to be like the best all the time. Do you know what I mean? This is really, really good. And yeah. So that was the Hohenthanner Festbier Märzen, or Märzen Festbier. Really, really nice. Another absolute winner from that Kalea box, available from Lidl. I'm really thinking about getting the advent calendar from them this year, but we shall see. Anyway, if you've tried this, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Links to the Untappd and the brewery in the description as well. And yeah, hopefully we can get a few more reviews done. I'm hoping to get some of the bigger ones. I'm not getting them all, because some of them are just like, and that's year on year, you've had them and just, but definitely want the Paulana and the Augustina, and as well as whatever ones I can get hold of, really. So yeah, any recommendations, especially, well, UK folk, if you've seen any Festbiers that have been recently available, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. He's swaying from side to side, don't know why he is. And yeah, I'm getting really hungry now, so I'm gonna cook some food. Anyway, cheers for watching, you all take care, and bis später. Tschüss.